What up, friends, and welcome back to my channel. I've gotten requested by friends and viewers to react to this Super Bowl commercial titled Silence for the most recent Super Bowl. I assume that there might be a lot of new people watching this video who have never seen me before or seen this channel before, so a little bit about me. I am an Israeli American. I'm a brown Jew, as you can see, from Middle Eastern descent. And yeah, we do exist, by the way. And I make content on this channel about Israel and the Middle East and what's going on here right now. Apparently, there was some sort of ad that didn't sit well with a lot of Jews and did sit well with a lot of racists, and I was told to react to it. So let's see. I'm going to click play here on my laptop. We're going to see what this commercial is and talk about it.
Sometimes I imagine what I'd write today for my dear friend Martin. I'd remind people that all hate thrives on one thing.
Okay.
Silence. The people who will change the nation are those who speak out, who refuse to be bystanders, who raise their voices against injustice. When we stand up to silence, we stand up to all hate.
Oh. I see what happened. I see why everyone's angry now.
I remind people that all hate thrives on one thing. Silence.
Silence.
The people who will change the nation.
No Muslims, and then it's a Muslim lady in a hijab and a Jew cleaning up a painting thing that says no Muslims.
The nation are those who speak out.
Then an Asian guy and a black girl wearing shirts that say their names. I don't know what that campaign is. I'm not sure what that is. Then it's a protest that says stand up to Jewish hate, stand up to all hate.
To be bystanders who raise their voices against injustice. When we stand
a protest
up to silence, we stand up to all hate.
Okay, stand up to Jewish hate, then stand up to all hate. I see how it is. Paid for by the Foundation to Combat Anti-Semitism, Robert Kraft founder. Okay, what I assume had happened here was that there was probably a really good message about standing up to actual anti-Semitism, like standing up to actual Jew hatred, considering the fact that right now, just right now, this is from the Times of Israel, 5 injured as rocket attacks targets Tzfat deep inside northern Israel. I'm currently in Israel. This was a rocket attack by a Lebanese terrorist group, which has been sanctioned by the UN to stay away from the border of Israel. And Israel is going to have to respond to that attack and probably wipe out a lot of forestry and a lot of, unfortunately, probably innocent Lebanese people as well, in retaliation to the fact that there are Lebanese Islamic militants sitting on the border of a sovereign country firing rockets into it. And we get a message of all lives matter, essentially. It's really funny. Like, being a Jew, there's no way to, you don't get to have a win. Like, and you know what? Quite frankly, it doesn't really matter. Like, we're going to be all right. You know, like, it's not, I'm really shocked that this is the commercial that people wanted me to react to. I thought this was going to be way more offensive. It's more just dumb. Like, it's more stupid. I think it's like it's a way to can we establish one thing, that like Islamophobia and anti-Semitism, they're not the same thing? Can we establish that? Can we also establish the fact that anti-Semitism and Arab hate, like hate against Arab people who are culturally Arab or Muslim within that group, is not the same thing? Anti-Semitism, while Arabs might be Semitic people, so are Ethiopians and Somalis and a lot of people who live in the Levant and Middle East and North Africa. When you talk about anti-Semitism, you're talking about a specific hate towards Jewish people, towards the people of the Jewish ethno-religious group. And that's a problem. It's a problem that we cannot, you know, I'm American as well. It's a huge problem with everything that's been going on, with posters of kidnapped children, elderly people, and women that have been tied up around many major cities in the United States being taken down by all walks of life. It wasn't just like Muslim immigrants to America or Muslim Arabs that were raised and born in America. It was white people as well. It was black people as well. I don't know another group of people on this planet that you would put up a kidnapped poster and a kidnapped poster of a children and a women, and that those would be ripped down. I don't know another group of people on planet Earth. Like, it wouldn't happen to the Kurds, it wouldn't happen to the Yazidis, it wouldn't happen to the Berbers, it wouldn't happen to the native Iranians. It wouldn't happen to anybody other than Jewish people, and we turn a complete blind eye to it. This dumb little ad is like a way to try to make us feel better for a second because we're so assimilated into the United States of America. But it's so dumb because you're not actually taking a stance on anything. You're not saying we actually stand up to Jew hatred, to people who hate Jewish people. We're saying we stand up for all people, for all hate, so all forms of hate. So you're saying a statement while not saying a statement at all. You're essentially saying we stand up to hating everybody and also Jewish people. That's not a statement. It's not like Black Lives Matter and then all other lives matter as well. It was just Black Lives Matter. And if you said all lives matter, you get like a rock thrown at you. So why is it when it's Jewish people, it's okay to just... And I was reading somewhere online that there was $7 million spent on this ad. Can you fucking give me $7 million to make you a way better ad? Give me $7 million. I make you a way better ad. That was $7 million? Who got paid $7 million in this ad? The freaking random Muslim actress and the guy they threw a kippah on to show that there's coexistence between Jewish people and Muslims? Okay, let's be honest. Who's at the forefront of anti-Semitism right now globally? A majority of it is Muslim. It's not white people that are the problem in America. You look at every Muslim nation around the world, there's a high levels of anti-Semitism in almost every single one of them. Plus, let's remember that almost every single Muslim country on planet Earth ethnically cleansed all Jewish populations from their countries. Look at almost every single Muslim nation on planet Earth. They either have a history of ethnically cleansing all Jews from their countries, or they're in the process of repatriating Jewish people into their population now because of the fact that they ethnically cleansed them or were not allowed to have Jews there in the first place. So if we're going to establish who's at the forefront of this, at least take some fucking responsibility. Like, at least be like, all right, this is a problem. At least show protests, pro-Hamas protests, pro-Palestine protests where there's actually Jews being killed and maimed and attacked and harassed. Like, take a stance on what you're actually saying. Don't just give me this bullshit stand-up Jewish hate as if some random girl is putting up a poster that says stand up to Jewish hate in her backyard, which actually means all lives matter. I don't know. Very weird. Also, they turned off the comments, so I think it's the stupidest thing you could possibly do. I don't know. I don't know what to make of this. I think it's just dumb. I think it's really dumb. I'm reading here on an article of the Times of Israel where people suggested inaccurately that the ad did air, was paid by for Israel, and claimed it was a distraction from the Israel Defense Forces' impending invasion of Rafah city in southern Gaza. The IDF did conduct a rescue operation. Yeah, so while the Super Bowl was happening, the Jews were actually going to save other Jews that were stuck in Rafah. That's how you that's how Jewish lives matter. We give Israel 10 billion. This is, I guess, a criticism. We give Israel $10 million every day so they can spend $7 million on Super Bowl commercials to propagandize our population while actively carrying out a genocide. A user wrote on X. I love that they just took a random user on X. This is so dumb. This is honestly one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. It's so funny that it's impossible to stand up. You cannot, but this is the catch-22. You can't stand up against hatred of Jewish people because it's embedded in our global society. It constitutes everything. When you go to an average European or an average Asian and you tell them that you're a Jew, they'll be like, oh, you know how to make a lot of money, or you know how to make, or you guys are all very rich, or your country is war-torn, or as a Jew, everybody in the world is allowed to criticize you, is allowed to judge you, is allowed to say something about you, is a comment about you. But you aren't allowed to defend yourself. You're not allowed to exist. You're not allowed to be sovereign. You're not allowed to have confidence. That's a reality. And it's not to victimize myself because, quite frankly, I say, fuck everyone. We're doing it already. We're surviving. We're thriving. We built a society around us. We have a country. We have an army, a strong army. this dilly-dallying on the topic, it doesn't help anybody. And I think we all see through it. That's why nobody's happy. Because when you choose the middle of the line with this type of stuff, instead of actually taking a stand and saying, no, anti-Semitism is a disgusting form of hatred and we don't approve it. And you shouldn't be attacking random Jews in the street. And there shouldn't be pro-Hamas, pro-Houthis. Houthis, just to get into that. That's been something that's been happening in America recently. I'm just going to read you guys the Houthi slogan. Unless nobody's heard it. The slogan of the Houthis is, and mind you, Americans have been praising this organization. God is the greatest, Allahu Akbar. Death to America, death to Israel, a curse upon the Jews, victory to Islam. That has been an actual slogan that Americans, white Americans that have nothing to do with anything in the Middle East, no, they have been chanting pro-Houthi, pro-Hamas slogans. And they've been supporting and putting flags up and promoting the ideology that these people are the underdog, these people are the correct movement to be behind. And then instead of the NFL or whoever the fuck is behind the Super Bowl ads taking an actual stand against this hatred, against the cancerous hatred that exists inside of Muslim society, anti-Semitic, the really cancerous anti-Semitism that exists within Muslim society, within Islamic society as a whole, instead of actually taking a stand on it, all lives matter, but also like Jewish lives matter. But we can't actually say Jewish lives matter. We can't actually take a stand against Jewish people getting killed and maimed and hurt and injured, and their sovereignty. A lot of Jews in the world that live in Israel, like literally half the population of global Jewry, are being consistently attacked in a war that they didn't start by 3 different countries at the moment, and being threatened by many more. We can't take a stand against that. We can't take a stand against those people who, for the most part, are pro-America, go with America in everything that they do, an ally of the United States, and I'm talking about Israel, but Jewish people have contributed so much to American society. We can't actually stand up for those people. We'll just give them a big old fuck you. It's kind of like Jewish lives matter, but pretty much everybody's life matters as well. So we're saying something while not actually saying anything. Dumb. In my opinion, this was stupid. I'm actually sad I even spent time doing this video. It's very dumb. I don't really know what else to say. If you want to support the channel. I'm interested in doing more reaction videos, but I'm probably going to be doing more interesting on-the-ground stuff here in Israel to actually cover important stuff and not this dumb dilly-dallying, middle-of-the-line sort of talking about Israel, but not really. I mean, we all know the reason why there's a rise in anti-Semitism right now. It's because of war that Muslim extremists started against Jewish people. Not Israel, but Jewish people as a whole. In support of the Houthi movement, who say that they are a curse on the Jews. Death to America and to Israel. And you're going to give me some all lives matter bullshit? Fuck that. See you guys in the next one. Love you a long time. Goodbye.